So what are we doing today?
Calculus.
Calculus. You guys know what that is?
No.
No? I know. What is calculus?
Pursuit.
It's me? I wish. So look, what is calculus? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is,
Endless possibilities.
what do you see?
Open it.
Yeah. Well, no, look at this guy.
Infinite.
No.
Nobody wants to learn it.
Big boy. We're going to do some big boy math today. You guys ready? All right. So first things first, you see this on your paper.
I'm not a simp.
What do you see?
No simp in 2020.
What is this?
Oh, flip it.
A lie.
Hey, what is it? It's a what? I see a line. I see this. What's happening? What is this?
Right triangle.
It's a triangle. Well, look at this line. What do you think I'm trying to find here?
Also not hard to do.
Oh,
The what?
Intersection.
No.
hot.
Even simpler. You do this in Algebra 1.
Line.
Distance.
I'll give you a hint. This is my line. I want to know something and then something. Oh, who said that? Slope. All right, so in IB math we say what instead?
Gradient.
Gradient. We want to find the gradient. Okay, gradient. So how do you find gradient?
Y1, I mean Y2 minus Y1.
Somebody said it. Boom. You said y2 minus.
No matter what we do, we will always
So
have
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So wait, there's a way to explain this in calculus. So it's what? It's a change in what? So the top is change in y. So what's the bottom? Change in x. That right there, this is calculus. All of this is the rate of change. So, usually in algebra, we don't say y. What's another name for y? Yes, f of x. So, you won't get mad if I do this. Does that make sense? Because technically what this is your input is x, you're going to get y. Input is x, you get y. That's what
Why
this
is
says.
basically in terms of so it's just like F in terms of adding.
Right. That's just, these two are exactly the same.
Oh,
you get it?
oh no no no! Now I get it. Because I wasn't looking at the F. I was just looking at the X, not the F.
So hey, in the big boy math world, this is what we say. We say
F of X.
Not one of the rest of us, we don't
Delta
like
F of
one
X?
half and it does shit.
delta x. What does the delta stand for? Anybody know? Change. It's this. If you take physics, they do this. This is the same thing as slope. All three of these things are the same thing. So in here, I'm looking for delta f of x. So what is the change in f of x?
That's just y2 minus y1.
Right, and so what do you get? If I have, this is, you'll agree with me, I say this is x1, that's x2, this is y1, this is y2 right here.
200,
It's like 1,200,
2,600.
1,100.
Uh-oh.
2,000. Wait. No, 1,600.
1,600.
Yeah, 1,600.
So wait, which one's 1600? This one?
It's not from 0 though. It's from 500.
500?
Yeah, Y2 minus Y1. Why are we arguing on this? It's 1,600.
Well,
1,600 is 1,000.
Oh, it's added double.
so wait, tell me how you find it. How do you find it? Yeah, no, well, what numbers did you use?
2,100 and
2,100 and 500.
And we're doing basic subtraction.
Right. 2100 minus 500 is what?
It's not.
1,700?
Oh! Why? Why? How are you
I
in
did
this
it
class?
mentally. I didn't.
1,600, thank you.
Look, I did it mentally.
Yes,
We
thank
all
you.
did. We didn't whip out a piece of paper.
So wait,
It's early in the morning.
what's the change in x?
Good job, good.
Shut up. 160 minus 0.
Yeah. So 160 minus 0, which is 160. So then I can write this like, I know you're dying. I know. It's 1,600 over 160, right?
And then we can simplify.
Cancel out both zeros.
So this is what our change in f of x over change in x equals. And if you simplify, what do you get?
1,600 over 16.
Oh yeah.
If you simplify?
You can get 16 over. No.
Big
You get 10. There you go. Did I lose anybody?
Yeah.
It's okay.
This is just basic slope. So no one's lost yet, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Win these days.
So, this next part's gonna be a little bit more challenging. Same exact concept, except we're just gonna go in depth a little bit more. All right. Now this graph, next graph on your paper. If I put a point here and a point here,
Oh, yeah, shit, base rendering.
can we find the gradient?
Yeah.
Remember this new formula I have. F of x2 minus f of x1 over x2 minus x1. So
You start from the y-intercept to the x-intercept. It's going up 1 and to the right.
what is my change in x here? From here to here?
Oh, from here. No, that would be 6.
Great. So this is 6. So my change in x equals 6. What's my change in y?
3.
3. Oh. See how easy this is?
Oh my god. And it's almost like I said 1/2. And what's 3 over 6? 1/2.
So you said 3 over 6, right? Because it's 3 over 6 like that. And you get 1/2.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's
Oh, so it's not me.
Did I lose you?
Please look at the graph.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. But what if your graph looks funky, looks weird?
Don't go there. Don't go there.
What do you mean?
It needs to learn how to deal with its own problems.
What is our x value there?
I can't.
It's on your paper.
Our x value is.
Peter goes,
Negative
times
two.
change, traditions of life
Negative
is
two.
way over.
So negative
way
2, right?
overdue for long suffering Punxsutawney Phil to be retired.
So is that our x1, x2?
Bro, it's like
That's our x.
x1. So I'll put a minus negative 2 here. What's our x1? Or sorry, x2. What's our x2? It's on your paper. You have it right, yeah, it's 4, right?
yes, Peter.
Now, based upon what I have here, it says, okay, I want to go from x2 to f of x2.
I was like, why did they give a shit?
So, what is my f? Do we know it, my function? But we know what?
Oh.
What's x2 equal?
Negative
-2, right? But am I missing something? Did something change?
2. Yeah.
So what number should be here?
New.
Well, what's my x2?
Negative 2.
No, what's my x2?
Oh, 4.
How do I go from this to this? Remember?
Multiply by negative 2.
No?
6?
It's 6 plus 6.
Perhaps.
6 my head.
Now, the next one says f of x1. F of x1 is
4.
70 days.
like that. Do you understand where that came from? Because we said the distance here is 6. That means, okay, my f of x2 is actually this number plus 6. That's how I get 4. My x2 is the number I got plus the distance.
Same thing in white.
Right, that's going to be 4, isn't it? Because my x2 is just plus 6.
Yes, it's the same.
It's the same. So you'll agree that this will equal 1/2, right? There's a reason.
Are you
Yes.
still recording?
Yes.
For Kobe.
R.I.P. So there's a reason why I did this. I'm going to show you a graph that she's not going to like. There you go. Here's our graph.
Cover it again.
No. Can we find the slope of this graph?
Yeah, it's like
How do we find the slope of this graph? What's wrong with this graph? It's not a line, is it? We need to make a line.
We need to continue it.
So I'll pick a point here. When we're on a curve, we have to find the slope right there at that point. But we don't know any information from here, right?
aquarium.
All we know is this is what? We have x and y here, right? But we don't know them. Let's pick another point. We need 2 points to find slope, right? So I'll call this one x, this one f of x,
Sight! You got the
right?
It's 3.
Well, no, we don't know any numbers here. We don't know the scale.
We know the x here.
We don't know the scale though. That could be 10. We don't know. So, based upon this, what can I write here? I'll go over this far, go up this far. So I don't know this value either, right?
1/3.
I don't know that value.
Slow.
But I don't have a number here. Because I don't have any numbers here.
Oh shit.
So what I can
I'm
just
kind of retarded.
well no, I can just put a variable there. Boom, I'll put h. So if this is x, right? It's x changing.
Yeah.
So I'll write what here?
So it's the y changing, which is 3h, right?
So think about it. Look, this changed by 6. So what did I do? If it changed by 6, what did I do to x? So I'm
I
adding.
thought you were having a stroke.
No, I'm adding because I'm going this way. So what I'm doing, I'm saying x plus h. That's this here. Because I'm taking my x value, adding h to it. So f of x plus h.
Plus k, right?
Because it's this value. This is my new x. I'm saying take my x, add h, and now I have this. Then to find the y value, I take this and I plug it into the function. That's what that says.
Well, you need to, bro. Just use up the.
Yes, you're right. Right here. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's use our function that we had here. We're finding slope. So then I can start writing it. I can say, oh, f of x plus h minus my y1. What's my y1?
Oh,
F of x. Now I need x2 and x1. What's my x2 and x1?
X plus H.
That's my x2. So x plus h. The slope formula. y2, y1, x2, x1 is x. Minus x. Yes.
Is h the same value in the top and bottom of the little?
Yes. Can we simplify this?
You can cancel out.
Where's Palestine?
Right, I cancel out this, right? X minus x. What that's saying is that with this function, I can find the slope anywhere on this curve. We call this our derivative. So wait, I'm gonna go on to the next one. We're gonna do this together. I'm gonna add some numbers this time. I still want to find the slope right here. To find the slope, what I'm doing actually is, so you see what I just drew? That's called a tangent line. It touches the curve at one point. That's the slope right there. I gotta find that. To find the slope on a curve, you find the slope of a tangent line that touches it at one point. The way we're gonna do that is use that formula that we just made together. So again, for this point, I'll write x there. That's not hard, right? That's x.
Where'd you have?
My y value. What do I put in for y again? F of x. Now look at this.
Oh, you get what I mean, right?
I'm gonna change this by another number. This time I'll give you a number. I'll say this is 5. I change x by 5. So now what do I write here?
X plus H, comma,
Well,
5.
what's my h?
Oh, 5.
So x plus 5. Now what's my y value?
F, parentheses.
Right?
X.
She was like, I don't want
Yes.
And I was like,
See, I know how to do it.
Exactly. So now, if I want to write my function, I'll say, oh,
no, like, I do want
f of x plus 5 minus f of x
She's like, exactly. Yeah,
over
she's gonna text all of them.
my difference in x. What was my difference in x?
Oh, 5.
5. There you go. Like I said, we're trying to get closer and closer and closer to this guy.
Saying I'm not coming.
So right now, this is our line. We need our line to be right here. All right, for the next one, we're gonna go even closer. So now, we still want the slope right here. We want the slope right there. So instead of here, I'm gonna start here.
Is
I
there
would go
something?
to Olivia.
No, they weren't this summer.
I felt like you said
I'll say this is, now that's 2. So now what would my point up here be?
X plus 2. And then F of X plus 2.
Right. So now, you see this? This is my new line. It's getting closer and closer and closer to that point. Getting closer and closer and closer. Now this last time, I'm gonna be so close. Okay?
Doesn't seem like you're so close.
She was like, I
Well, no, you'll see, you'll see.
people I know come
Keep saying you'll see.
No, no, you'll see.
girl hating the work.
So right here, again, I want that point. So instead of picking this one or this one, I'm gonna pick one super, super close right here.
And now she's
But she didn't explicitly say it. I'm just trying to like.
That's my x, f of x.
Yeah.
But this time, I only changed it by a fraction. I'll say that the change in x is 0.5.
TikTok dance competition.
So what am I writing up here?
Oh,
It's like the
x
the
plus
Abbey
0.5.
Road dance company shit.
And then
Dance
f
moms
of
shit.
x
It's literally
plus
dance moms.
1/2.
I swear to God.
Right. So now,
Yeah, that's right.
oh, thank you for reminding me. There you go.
That's the only thing I like to do. Adding to
No, make it perfect. Good. So now if you see here, if I connect these 2 points, that's almost the tangent line. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get
Honestly, so sure.
I'm trying to get this guy
You have no point.
closer and closer to 0. H is approaching 0. Because if I can make that so close that I really get a tangent line, that's going to give me my value that I want.
Can I get closer?
So now this one we actually have numbers on it. This is the last one. We have numbers on this one. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you this is the graph of f of x equals x squared. Very familiar. You guys know this graph. I want the slope right here at this point. What are the coordinates of that point? 2, 4. Yes.
Hey, let me play it. I want to play it.
2, 4.
Wait, went into the core thing.
2, 4, yes.
I want the slope at 2, 4 right here. That tangent line. Remember, that's our formula. Do we have a function? Do we know what f of x is?
Yes.
What's f of x?
F of x is x squared, bro.
No, somebody said it.
It's x squared.
Yeah. Ooh, Jake, thank you. I should give you points for that. Yeah. It's x squared.
There.
Exactly. It says it right there. So right here, I'm going to put x squared, right? So x squared goes here.
Why don't we just say the numbers?
You'll see what I'm doing. So now look, f of x plus h. So what goes here? If f of x is this, what's f of x plus h? X plus h squared, like that. Put it in here. Because we're saying now it's f of x plus h. We changed x by h. All I did was plug, I substituted it in for x squared. See how this is f of x squared? F of x plus h is x plus h squared. Okay? And on the bottom we have h. That doesn't change. Now we gotta simplify that. What is x plus h squared? So it's x squared, what?
X, H, plus.
So that's what I have on top.
Oh, and then we can cancel it out.
Yes.
The x squared.
So these cancel out.
And then that you can combine that
Combine
to
these two.
Except for
So I have
And then
two.
we can simplify the h.
Yep. So then we get what?
2x h plus h.
So equals 2x plus h.
Mashallah,
Yes.
mashallah. Now we just plug it in because we know our numbers.
So I can get rid of h, right?
Yeah.
Because I want h to get closer and closer to what? 0. So I can say, oh, h equals 0. So now I'm left with 2x. That's called your derivative. This will give you the slope on this curve at any point. So when x is 2, what's my slope here? Let me help you out a little bit. I'll make a table. We'll say x goes here, and then
Leo, I heard you watch The Wolf of Wall Street with Samir.
so hey, when x is -1, what is my gradient?
This man Zayn didn't invite me on.
If my equation is 2x, what's my gradient?
Oh, negative 2.
-2, yes.
I was having a rough day. So
What if it's 0?
Zero.
Yes. What if it's 1?
Yeah.
It is.
2.
Yes. What if it's 2?
4.
Yes. 3? Makes sense? All you're doing is this.